Disparu, do you remember not too long ago when Hogwarts Legacy was out and there was the uproar over the game and how people were going to boycott it because J.K. Rowling and all that? Do you remember all that nonsense?
I do. I also remember how it massively promoted the game and pushed it to a level that it probably wouldn't have reached without the boycott.
Correct. Well, Hogwarts Legacy 2 is in development right now. Blabs, are you excited for Hogwarts Legacy 2?
No.
Blabs was, I remember from the first game, there was, I hate this, why is this staircase this way, it shouldn't be this way.
Listen, there's definitely a lot of pros in the game. I'm not gonna say there aren't, because they are, but there's so many cons that outweigh the pros. And also the fact that Warner Brothers has been flip-flopping back and forth on how they want to proceed. They literally said they want to do this as like online multiplayer. Then there was the whole, we're gonna restructure Warner Brothers games. They're losing money, and like every single game that came out after Quidditch Hogwarts Legacy basically flopped, or maybe except for one of them. So, like, I don't really have high hopes for Warner Brothers games right now. And, like, this game was mid at best. So I'm like, you know?
Well, let's go to the bustling online website of video game journalism, Game Rant, for this headline over here, with a fair warning for Hogwarts Legacy 2, saying, if Hogwarts Legacy 2 wants to avoid the same boycotts its predecessor faced, the sequel cannot take the same approach the original did. Over here.
Why would they want to avoid the boycotts? The boycotts marketed and they got more players. And I even remember there was a whole load of people. I think it was a journalist outlet, or it was a game forum or something. All the mods said, we are banning conversation about this. We don't want to give them free press. And then someone found their Steam group, and all of the moderators were playing it on the Steam's friends list. So even the people that were supposedly boycotting it could not resist the IP.
Right. 100%. Well, what's interesting is that this quickly got community noted. Important distinction on the first game's boycott, as it was a niche boycott attempt. The headline of the article could lead people to thinking it was an effective boycott. The total sales for Hogwarts Legacy as of March 2025 is estimated to be 35 million copies.
Yeah, it was the number one selling game of 2023 when it was released. Beat Call of Duty.
It's pointed out by
it really showed that if you want to boycott something, you can't be the group that everyone despises, because they will just buy it to piss you off.
Yeah. And the funny thing was that there was everything that they were screaming about in the game. There was the trans and the pronouns and everything was in there. So it's like, you're stupid. You're boycotting something that actually appeals to you.
Well, as Legendary Drops points out, it says, yes, the famous boycott that made the game only sell, check notes, 34 million copies, being the first game to beat Call of Duty in 15 years. The most
That is wild. I had no idea Call of Duty held that record.
Yeah.
Dude, Call of Duty, you like truly, people don't understand what a beast Call of Duty is.
It's crazy. That is insane.
Hypnotic points out, says, you guys boycotted the game into $1 billion franchise. Great work. Pretty outstanding stuff. I love it. And this is the idea of being terminally online. We talk about that all the time. We saw the quote from Asmongold, comparing them to animals the other day. And just like the idea that it's such a minute, tiny fraction of people that are terminally online thinking they're making this difference. In reality, in the case of Hogwarts Legacy 1, it prompted a boycott. It was the other way around, where people were like, no, fuck you, I'm going to support it. And people bought 2 or 3 or 4 copies of this game for whatever reason. I can't do that, but
yeah, I can't really understand the most retarded way of buying multiple copies of the same game, unless you're going to get different consoles or whatever. But it seems really stupid.
There was a Steam game that was so bad, I can't remember, it was about a rat in a 3D game, but it was originally 2D that they converted, and so all the maps were messed up and everything. It was just a disaster of a game, and people were buying it for their friends as a prank. So that actually did massively well as well. It does work sometimes. It's just, there was a whole no press is bad press idea originally, and then people were like, no, it doesn't work. But this was one of the cases where it was true, because bad press is good if there's a bigger group that wouldn't have heard about your game that hates the little group complaining about it. And so I don't know why other games didn't deliberately take this strategy and just... If everyone is going this way and everyone despises it, and the gaming culture especially is particularly easy to understand because it's quite a homogenous group despite all the supposed things about 50-50 splits on girl gamers and all that kind of stuff. It's quite predictable about the reactions of things, and so you could have very easily known which way the gamers would have gone in this and copied that, but no one does because they're all scared of the same tiny little group.
You know, this person brings out this really great quote. He says, WB, our Butters over here, says, WB really needs to ask themselves, should we take the same approach that made the last game wildly successful at the cost of pissing off some of the most annoying people on Earth?
But that's the thing, though. They may actually reconsider it because Warner Brothers games is that stupid that they may just do it. And they've been talking about it already, saying we're going to restructure how Warner Brothers games works. We're going to go and figure out if we want to change the way Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to be. It's going to be online. They even canceled the director's cut, that leaked one, which was going to be like some weird director's cut of Hogwarts Legacy. They canceled that when everybody wanted that. It's like you guys don't know what is up or down. So to be honest, it's a great question.
Well, it's because people think of businesses as like these neutral, independent entities that only seek money. It's like, no, a business is just a group of people. And so if all those people agree the same thing, they will go against the money because they want to prefer their own personal preferences. And so if they agree with the people complaining that, oh, actually, this was a mistake, they won't want to do it again. As, you know, that if they find out, oh, I worked on Hogwarts Legacy, and all their friends are like, I can't believe you've done this, I'm part of this boycott, they lose like social status, and they won't want to do that. So yeah, they will destroy profitable franchises for personal gain.
Oh yeah, we've seen that with everything from Star Wars to the MCU, Doctor Who. It's already happened. And the thing is, like, I remember when the first day I streamed Hogwarts Legacy, I was doing it basically only on Twitch. There were people in my chat spoiling you were there, Disper. You remember that? They were going in my chat, spoiling the game and everything, and being dicks in my chat. I remember, and I was like, you guys can't let people just play a video game and leave them alone. No, okay. Yeah, crazy.
Well, I certainly don't think Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to do the same thing that Legacy.
You just dip.
Oh, I thought that was me. Yeah.
No, you're gone, Craig. I don't know what just happened. But anyway, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to make the big numbers. And the reason for that was because we actually didn't have a Wizarding World related game in since 2011, technically speaking, with Lego Harry Potter. So fans really wanted a new game, and then they got it. And they're like, okay, cool. Now it's not as big of a hype because you got the first one already.
No, but you do have the TV series coming out, and so if it ties in with that...
Well, there is rumors saying that they're somehow going to tie into it, which makes no sense whatsoever, because the first one is 100 years before Harry Potter. It's like, how do you tie the two together? But whatever.
I didn't even mean story-wise. I just meant sort of marketing-wise. So, yeah, if the TV show does really well, it's like, and we've got a game.
Yes, that is also true. That's fair.
I suppose you could have a character, mind you. You'd have to invent a character which would piss everyone off, so that's probably a bad idea.
They've already done that. They've already done that with the lore.
You hiss the answer. Yes. It's like, yes, I will be there.
They already did that in Hogwarts Legacy, the first one. They invented a character that's like, the fuck? You just broke some lore? Okay.
I had a question about this this post, this whole idea of game rant, and it was real simple. And I this is like a legit question. You know, nobody gets their news from these websites anymore. You know, this website launched in 2009. Things have changed a lot the last 16 years, right? Everyone gets their news from X, social media, right? And this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek question, but it's legit, right? Is the new gaming website business model to simply monetize your X account by making ridiculously silly headlines? Because you can see 1.2 million impressions. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's
160 likes. Damn.
I know. Talk about a ratio. This is one of those things where I thought about it and I was like, holy shit, this actually may be a realistic thing just to but now you don't make a whole lot of money, but I bet they made more money off this headline than they did on the ad revenue for this article. Except there's one problem.
This isn't a new tactic for gaming websites to do. There was a Kotaku editor, when she took over, did a rig-long article that kind of went into their previous tactics. And they were essentially, when they were back in the day when they were attacking gamers and calling them scum and everything, their business model was to get Google traffic. And so as long as they could piss them off and get them to click from the Google traffic, they thought they had an infinite traffic source coming from search engines that would power them forever. Then they realized we've run out of Google traffic. And the entire thing came destroyed. So I think they're doing the same thing here. Through controversy, they will get clicks, it will go through, until everyone gets pissed off with them and blocks them, and then they'll just struggle for the next kind of gimmick to power them another couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought this was a possible like business opportunity for Game Rant until I realized they actually don't have X Premium. So they can't actually monetize it.
That's great. Look at that.
They don't have the blue check mark.
Yeah, and that'll be because they're like anti-Elon, and so we don't want to give him $5, despite the fact it would pay for itself. Yep. The amount of impressions they get.
Blabs, do you get paid on X Premium?
No, I don't get enough impressions. My I like Pickles tweets, I guess, just don't really strive all that well. I get like 3 million or so about a month or so. You need like 5 million or whatever. So I sadly do not get paid. I
hit that threshold like one time. I don't tweet enough. Right? I'm like to hit that. I think most of my tweets get like 5,000 or 6,000 like impressions or whatever. But I've had a couple pop off. I remember I posted the ending to Concord or whatever it was, and that had like 10 million
you had
impressions.
wasn't it Assassin's Creed Shadows end credits? It was 3 hours long, and that's what you posted?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: on Friday, I was paid $61.
Yeah, come on, Elon, give me a boost and let me get paid on the X.
Let's go.
Did you see that guy who he had? It was a lot. It was like 154 million impressions in a month or something, and he posted it, and I think he got $1,500. And he made a post, Elon, I can't believe this is how much I get for these impressions, and complained about it. And then a guy from Twitter just replied underneath it, check again, and had manually added $10,000.
What?
To his account. Manually. And it's like, this is not how a website should function.
No.
Like, you should get paid off your analytics and the amount that everyone else is. You shouldn't complain and then people go, just give you a load of money for no reason whatsoever.
I should start complaining and tagging Elon, be like, yo, what gives, bro? Look at this. Look, I post frolicking in the woods. Come on, give me some money. I should just do that instead.
Yeah,
she's frolicking, everybody.
Yeah,
it wasn't Elon that replied, but it was some guy in charge of Twitter monetization or something. It was.
Damn, bro.
It was all over Twitter a few days ago.
I wish I had a blank check to just hand out 10 grand.
Yeah, and it was obviously manual as well because it was exactly $10,000, which you'd never land on.
Right. Speaking of frolicking, we have no one has frolicked yet today, which not
maybe
Disper
should frolic.
I'm not even quite sure what frolicking is. I always think of it like running through a field of grass.
Yes, precisely.
It's 100% right. Yeah.
It rained too often over here. There's not much frolicking going on anymore.
Well, you can frolic in your rain boots.
Yeah, we'd have to sing in the rain is what we'd have to do.
In the rain. Yeah, come on.
I was gonna hold off on Kirsha but we do have Kirsha frolicking.
Oh my god, of course you do.
Why would we not have Kirsha frolicking? So if somebody was to come in and get some frolicking action going on, maybe we'll be able to bust that out. But we do have Yellow Flash frolicking as well. So we have Yellow Flash, Kirsha. We have all of the frolicking happening, which is you can never have too much frolicking. All right. Over on Delta says Disper was probably thinking of Bad Rats. It was basically the cryptocurrency of Steam back in the day.
Yeah, it got gifted to so many people. It annoyed so many people. Steam added a feature so you can remove games from your library because everyone was just stuck with this game.
Naaman says apparently this article that the tweet points at is not new. The author isn't employed at Game Rant either. Well, then they're just recycling the nonsense. And this was posted. Well, it's not new, but it's not old either. This is from January 26th this year. So like it's still long enough to realize that, or still new enough to realize that that's a stupid ass headline.
Oh yeah, and they'll keep recycling this until Hogwarts Legacy 2 appears.
Yep.
They'll just keep reposting it. Mm-hmm. What gets me though, and I see this a lot, things like controversy or division used as like negatives. It's like, it depends what it is. There are quite a lot of people I would want to be separated from. I don't think we should all agree and sing Kumbaya over everything. If there are horrible people, I'd quite like to be on the opposite side of the argument. But they treat it as if it's some horrific thing that happens. Someone's disagreeing on the internet. Like, have you just arrived?
You know, it's just on a quick side note, the writer of this is a lady named Megan Lorich. And she has a bachelor's degree in English and cinema studies at the University of Oregon here. Now, Blabs, it is
everything you need to know.
Yes, it is important to let you know. Well, there's one actual very important part, Blabs, that you need to know.
That's actually a dude, and it was called Michael originally.
Her pronouns, she, her. She is indeed a she, her. At least that's what she, her says. But how would we even know? How do we even know?
So. I don't know, man.
Surely it's an admission that nobody else can tell either way. It's like, well, no, I have to go around and make sure. I have to tell everyone in advance.
Exactly. Anytime I see like the pronouns, I'm just like, do you think we just can't figure that one out? Like, I went to high school with a whole bunch of people who randomly put pronouns in their bios and like their Instagrams and stuff. It's like, clearly you're a dude. We know you are. Why do you think you need to put like he, him in your bio? Like, hello.
Oh no, just thank them. Oh, because I couldn't have told otherwise.
I couldn't figure that one out. Yeah.
It's like telling people who call Lizzo a 10. Just like, I'm so glad you think that because you look just like her.
Damn.
I don't want to put her friends on blast, but if you scroll through her Instagram, you can see her friend group, and some of them you are not quite sure if they are she, her.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. So maybe
I'm so glad you told me because I was confused.
Well, we are here to educate here on a daily basis.
Well, speaking of educating, let me hit up some supers real fast. Naaman's the ReTuber member for 1 month says, just a man. Apparently this article that tweets points at is not new. The author isn't employed with Game Rent anymore either. But then, listen, I just didn't cross it out. That's why I'm reading it again. Shut up, Craig. And then crumbs for 50 over on pluses. All right, you got me. Let's see that Kirsch frolicking. So
frolic away, Kirsha. Let's go.
Oh, she's literally just skipping.
She's frolicking. You have issues with the frolic right there?
No. I'm the OG frolicker. I implore everyone to join me and frolic with me.
The longer this goes on, it just keeps reminding me of Farscape, where they would change all the swear words, and one of them was frowl. It just sounds like you're replacing swear words with frolic.
What does frowl mean?
Let's get. I have another one.
A different F word.
Oh, weak and that's frail is what I'm looking. Are you saying frail?
No, frail. It's from Farscape. I don't know. They say it verbally. I never needed to spell an alien language before.
Here's another one of Kirsha as well, doing a little bouncing. Yeah, that's pretty good frolicking right there, right?
She's happy-go-lucky.
Yeah. DB Wild did say that he was very upset that he couldn't get the jiggles working as well as he hoped. So,
that's sad. It's all right, DB, we believe in you. You'll get it.
Yeah. But thank you very much. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Once again, appreciate you guys popping in wherever you're tuning in. Make sure you hit the follow button, or obviously you guys hanging out over YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. Obey YouTube. Watch this video. It's suggested for you.